Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday the 13th. That's right, I said it. Friday the 13th, and I want to wish you a happy one. You know why? Because we're here today again on Kiwanis Connects, coming to you live from the Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, you know why the camera's on me today? A, because I paid the producer to do so. But B, we have a very special in-studio guest. You usually only see her in the box that's about 4 by 4 inches, but that's right. Governor Val is here with me in studio. Yes, she's real. It is not a picture or anything like that. And sitting immediately to her right is our current sitting lieutenant governor for our wonderful division here, 28 in Southern Nevada, Miss Maritza Ravel. How are you ladies doing?
Fantastic. How about you?
I'm good. I'm awake. It's
Well,
a miracle.
Absolutely. It's a miracle when I see my face in the mirror every day and they go, what, you again? But anyway, welcome to Vegas, Governor Val.
Well, thank
This
you.
is a great treat having you with us here.
It was so amazing to wake up and come over here and go, wow, we're in a new studio. We're talking about all new great stuff. And you're in my purple.
Look at this,
Look
purple
at
passion for the
this.
governor. Wait, I have a surprise for Midwinter North. I have a whole new wardrobe attire. And my watch I specifically ordered is being delivered on Wednesday of next week. So I have a watch that goes with the jacket that I purchased, all for the purple for our governor. That's right. I done did it. That's
Well,
right.
Andy, if you're watching, I want a purple watch too. Just saying.
Andy, I'll tell you how to get it later on. Let's just say Invicta watches. That's all I got to say. Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody out there to tuning in today. Today's topic, obviously, with our Lieutenant Governor, we're going to talk about Kiwanis. We're going to talk Kiwanis here in Southern Nevada. We're going to talk about the development of a new Kiwanis Club downtown that Governor Val talked about last week. And we want you, our beloved Kiwanis Nation, to join us. You can actually call us, believe it or not. Dial 702-992-3207. That will work as long as our board operator has plugged in the telephone. Now that I can't see the screen in front of me, I have no idea what you're seeing right now. Also, if you are listening on the Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Android app, you can do that as well. We thank you for doing that. Did you go over a plug again over there? Put a quarter in this. There you go. Every time you get up from the desk, it pops back up. I don't know if that's connected or not. But anyway, give us a call if you're listening on the app. We say thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, WWDBTV YouTube channel, or even our own channel, you can do that too. And guess what? If you missed the show, go to Roku. For all of you that have Roku, download the Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV channel. Catch all the great shows that are here on the network, WWDBTV. And yes, it takes a little practice to say those letters pretty quickly without tripping over your tongue. 702-992-3207 is our studio line. Got to get all that out of the way. And we want to thank all the Kiwanis clubs of our great district, the Calneva district, or as they also say, the Calneva. I'm from Jersey, so we get Calneva, for actually supporting the show and everybody checking in. And we see messages from clubs all over the world. So we appreciate your support about what's going on. So I'm going to turn to you and I'm going to ask you the first question. Mm-hmm. We talked about the Rose Float last week. Have you come down off the high of riding that float yet?
I have not. And so you can see the pin number above me. I brought a ton of pins with me to Las Vegas because I am sharing them with all the governors that are here from across North America. And I wore my big jacket and I had the best experience in the airport yesterday. A little girl comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, you want to float?" I was at the Rose Parade watching the parade and I just got the whole grin back on my face again. It was just like, what an experience.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Have you ever been on a float?
I have not. I have camped out before for the Rose Parade, and I just remembered how chilly it was, and there's a huge crowd, so you have to line up about 9, 10 p.m. the night before, camp out all night, or have someone hold your spot. And I wasn't properly prepared. I didn't bring my sleeping bag. I didn't bring the warm cocoa and thermos.
Well, these folks look like they had taken all their gear with them. They each had their own little camping tents and everything with them. So, Aaron, it was fabulous.
Well, that's great. I mean, I got to watch it years and years and years ago, probably close to 30 years ago when Penn State made the Rose Bowl a game for the first time against Oregon. And as part of our package, my dad and I had seats in the grandstand seats on Colorado Boulevard. Is that the main road there? For the parade? And if you haven't done so, I got to tell you, it's one of those things that should be on just about everybody's bucket list to go experience the Rose Float. Better yet, the other thing that should be right below that, go build a float, as you can with our Kiwanis clubs out there in Cali, which in Pasadena, I mean, I know I haven't been there. I told you in the past, my wife and daughters have experienced that. And it is one of those things that you really should do. Herman, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing this. It is our pleasure. Keep in mind, where can people find information about Kiwanis in general if someone wants to dig deeper?
That's a really easy one. So it's Kiwanis.org, Kiwanis.org. And you can find a club anywhere in the world. And we're in 84 territories. That's kind of why I made the board shorts the way I did on the float. All of our territories are represented in a flag on there. And so we're actually putting together those board shorts. And so Aaron and I probably next month will be advertising how you can get those shorts.
Are they going to come in my size?
Oh, absolutely.
All
They can
right.
come in my size. They can come in yours.
Let's see if John will let me model them one day here in the studio. But right, exactly. By the way, I do want to thank you too for my latest book. As a Batman fan that I am, Governor Val brought me a little gift of some of the best Batman comic books. And this thing is like bigger than a telephone book.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love it.
it's an
Thank you.
anthology
Yes.
that Warner Brothers is with DC Studios has put together. And so I'm partnered with the Warner Brother DC. And so it's like,
You're partners with them?
This is a
What do
collector's
you mean by
item.
partners?
Well, they are partners with our Kiwanis Literacy Club Foundation, and we're a 501c3 getting books out to all over the world. And sometimes we get gems like this. And so we put together gift baskets for clubs to use as fundraisers. And I know that you're not going to be giving that one away.
Oh, heck no. That's staying
Yeah.
in that's going to my safe.
Yeah, but we're going to provide you. So if you message me and we have enough material, we'll send you a gift basket so that you can do an administrative fundraiser, because we want to make sure that we're sharing with the Kiwanis world all the goodies that we get. So,
I want to let everybody know, by the way, if something is of urgent that you'd like us to talk about or you have questions, hey, just leave it on the Kiwanis Facebook page here, Kiwanis Connects. Put it on there. We'll grab it. We'll pick it up. You can put it in the chat room. That is being monitored. But if after a show something comes to mind, please put your question out there on the Facebook page, and we will be sure to address it in an upcoming show. Worst case scenario would be that, or one of us will catch it on the page and we'll respond to you very quickly as well. All right, let's get down to it. So we've talked about the structure of our district. So Maritza, I want to turn to you as Lieutenant Governor. Please explain to our audience, for those who don't know, what exactly is the positional role of a Lieutenant Governor in Kiwanis in terms of its district?
Okay, so I'm a volunteer elected position. I had to have served as a club president before, which I have, not here in Las Vegas, but back in Pennsylvania. And what I do is I go and talk and meet with all the Kiwanis clubs in our area. So there's 7 right now in Las Vegas. There's one in Pahrump, and there's one in Henderson, Green Valley. And so I just share resources. We network together. We talk about ways that we could work together to improve the lives of kids in the community. And I also go to conferences and spread information about that. I talk to Governor Val frequently. I talk to other lieutenant governors and other district board members about what's going on in Las Vegas and try to represent our concerns and our issues and make sure we get the resources we need to better serve the community.
So from a business comparison, I just want to put this in perspective. So Governor Val is kind of like the regional manager of a business called California, Nevada, Hawaii District. She's the regional manager. And Maritza, along with how many lieutenant governors are there now in our district?
I want to say besides myself, there's 36 others. I think the total is 37.
Okay, so there's 37 regional managers, so to speak, that are responsible for certain geographic areas within California, Nevada, Hawaii, that those regional managers report directly to the district manager. So I'm the president of our company is our president, our international president, right?
absolutely.
So I just kind of want to put that in perspective that way. So you mentioned you have to be at least a president, right?
There's a minimum of, I want to say 3 years to
As
be a lieutenant
Well,
governor.
we just
but-
changed that last night. So
Okay.
it
Oh,
actually is
hot off the
3 years.
presses.
There used to not be a minimum. The minimum was that you were a club president from a club in good standing. So you knew the leadership in your division. And so we actually said, you need to be a little experienced in the process before you can be a lieutenant governor. So it's now 3 years.
Most lieutenant governors are, been in Kiwanis a little bit longer. Yeah,
Just a little
a little bit longer, yeah.
So is this your first time as a lieutenant governor for you?
No, this is my 4th go around.
And from where? Now, I know you mentioned you started in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, so I was a lieutenant governor for 3 years in Pennsylvania, in the Philadelphia area, Division 22, which in Kaunapā is actually Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I sort of like, I would like to be a Lieutenant Governor
Sure.
Division 22 in Kalnapa.
And they,
That's
would,
right.
and,
Yeah,
and, they,
really.
and they would love for you to be one. We're starting a 50th state Kiwanis Club, which is an E-Club. And once you're president of that E-Club, you could be the Lieutenant Governor in Division 22 as well.
And it's I've never been to
And-
Hawaii.
and-
I've never been to
say it. I have
Hawaii, but that's on my
applications.
bucket list. And we do have a convention there, and I want to say 2 years. Our
Mhm.
district convention is out in Hawaii. So, of course, I'm going to plan an extra week to go in
Absolutely.
island hop.
Well, that's good. That's a good way to do it. I think you'll find most lieutenant governors either currently sitting in the position or the past. I don't know of any current lieutenant governor or otherwise that's only served one term as lieutenant governor, ever, no matter whether it's in one district or division or others. I'm a two-time lieutenant governor, 1 year in New Jersey, Division 28, no, Division 9, I'm sorry, Division 9, when I was a member of the Homedale Kiwanis Club. And then, of course, coming out here, I was lieutenant governor of our Division 28 as you under Mark McDonald, who is a big muckety muck in your cabinet right now as well.
Absolutely.
So I also have a two-term lieutenant governor. I think that's pretty much the trend. How many did you serve?
I did 4.5.
Yeah, see, I mean,
I actually showed up at our mid-year conference in January and was told or asked, "Are you ready to be lieutenant governor?" And I was thinking, sure, in October. And he said, "Well, in an hour, you need to attend the lieutenant governor meetings because you're now officially," and I signed my life away. And it has been a blast. It has been an absolute, I think it's one of the most amazing volunteer roles in Kiwanis. It really is. And because you get to actually go and see all the clubs in your area, you discover that your club's way is not the only way. And it's fun. What's been the most fun
I
for
have
you?
to tell you, my December was fabulous. I was invited to holiday parties with different Kiwanis clubs, and they're all different. The Southwest Las Vegas Kiwanis Club are a bunch of foodies. So we have a holiday party with them, and they just bring these wonderful culinary creations.
Oh, awesome.
It was amazing. North Las Vegas, we had a fun little different kind of white elephant exchange. And I haven't done it before, and you pass left, you pass right, you pass across, you unwrap, you don't unwrap, you steal a gift. So it's pretty cool to see. I forgot to bring a white elephant gift, so I was just observing.
you could have given Lee away if you wanted to. I mean,
We went to Opportunity Village. They have the Magical Forest.
Right.
It's, Opportunity Village is a organization that deals with adults with special needs.
Mhm.
And so they have job training programs and everything. So there's one of their big fundraisers. So we went out and we volunteered. We had like 4 Kiwanis clubs, 5 key clubs. We were
Many
all
years
doing
I
different things.
Many years I stood at that train station depot volunteering during that time of year.
With Centennial Hills Kiwanis, we were
Right.
at the Y doing breakfast with Santa. We had the Grinch there and Santa there.
Oh, how
So we were
cool.
making pancakes and serving kids, and they had like a nice little craft thing as well. I know Las Vegas Strip Kiwanis, we were bell ringing for the Salvation Army. I know Pahrump also did bell ringing. They manned kettles from Thanksgiving weekend all the way through Christmas. And they raised something like $30,000 for the Salvation Army.
I know
Wow.
that they're one of the top raisers in all of Nevada. And so that was absolutely amazing. Congratulations, Pahrump.
Absolutely.
And then Green Valley did a number of different things. They put together holiday meals and gifts. I think last year they did, I want to say 380 children through what is that called when you hang Angel Tree? When you hang out the thing and you buy for a kid. And this year they're close to, God, I want to say 680 kids or 600 and something kids that they serve. They put a tree up in their meeting location. They asked their members to donate. They networked out with their different contacts. And then they have one of their members runs Serving Our Kids Foundation. So they did gifts and stuff through the Serving Our Kids Foundation as well. So all the Kiwanis clubs were extremely busy doing different things to support the kids in the community during December. And I fortunately got to, as part of being lieutenant governor, got to visit and participate in a lot of that.
I want to stop right there as we get ready to go to our first break, because that is a great transition for when we come back. Sounds like we've done a lot of good stuff, but as always, we can always do more. And with that, that means we need new members, we need new clubs. When we come back, we're going to talk about this new club that Governor Val sort of let out of the bag last week about a club being developed in downtown Las Vegas. You are watching Kiwanis Connects. Believe it or not, we're here again. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this. International is a global community of clubs, members and partners dedicated to improving the lives of children one community at a time. Today, we stand with more than 550,000 members, from K-Kids to Key Club to Kiwanis, for all ages in over 80 countries around the world. Each community has different needs, and Kiwanis empowers members to pursue creative ways to serve the needs of children, such as fighting hunger, improving literacy, and offering guidance. Kiwanis clubs host nearly 150,000 service projects each year. For more information, visit www.kiwanis.org. Hi, everybody. Aaron Phillips here, inviting you to join me every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. right here on Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV on my show, Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. I bring to you the movers and shakers of Las Vegas and really all around the world. It's also fun, entertaining, silly, goofy, informative, everything you'd want to be entertained by on a Saturday, except no politics, no religion. As I said, it's designed to be a fun show. Remember, that's every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific, right here, Aaron's Hour, Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. We got to love our quick countdown here by our producer. We're all talking, all of a sudden, 3, 2, 1, and here we are. Hi there. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. But before we go any further, I believe we have some shout-outs that we need to take care of. Yes?
Absolutely. I was so excited when Marissa was going through all of the different activities that are happening in the clubs. And it just spurred a memory for me. 5 years ago this week, we were actually here in Las Vegas, and we opened 2 clubs that are still here and doing amazing things. So the Southwest Club, they opened when?
January 24th, 2018.
So 2018. And then the Centennial Hills Club, which has won an international award in their first 3 years for Signature Service Project. It was just amazing that they do a color run. And so they're actually doing their celebration on Sunday for their first 5 years. So I wanted to say happy Kiwaniversary.
Kiwaniversary. Wow, that's a new one. Hi, Jennifer out in Hawaii. As always, my good friend, our dear friend here. Thank you for tuning in as always. All right. So I like that word. I'm stuck on Kiwaniversary. How is it pronounced?
Kiwaniversary.
Kiwaniversary. I like that. Man, oh, that's a great Scrabble word if anybody else will know it. Anyway, all right. So we talked about all the great stuff that we're doing here and across the board. But let's talk about this building a club. Let's talk about in general, okay?
Absolutely.
How do we identify where clubs can be built, should be built, et cetera, and what kind of goes into the steps of really kind of formulating, putting a new club together? Let's give everybody an idea.
Okay. Well, one of the things that's really important to realize is Kiwanis is something that can fit into every single community, but sometimes it's the community needs service, and other times the people in a community want to serve. And so that's our whole thing, is looking at communities and going, where can we help? Where can we be a part of what's going on? And I'm not sure how many of you get Costco magazine. That's one of my favorite reads. It's short and easy. But they shared with us that volunteers are everywhere and everybody wants to do some kind of service. And so with Kiwanis, we focus in on kids. And I know, Marissa, you chose a community that I think is amazing. I had never thought about this before.
So at one point, I guess, before my time in Las Vegas, I'm a fairly new transplant here. There was a Kiwanis Club in downtown. And usually when I came out for vacation, I'd visit different Kiwanis clubs. I've been out to the lakes. I've been, down Las Vegas. I guess Marie Callender's I've been to a bunch of times. Neon Lights, we had a club. So I've been to different areas. Green Valley, I'd come out for the poker tournament, which was a lot of fun. Right before, I guess, I'm not sure when they're doing it this year, but normally it's a bit before the World Series of Poker. So you can win a seat into the main event.
Oh, wow.
Great. Yeah, but I was surprised that every time I visited, there wasn't a downtown club because it's such an iconic landmark. There's a lot of businesses down there. There's a lot of stuff already going on, and there's a huge need as far as the homeless and different populations that Kiwanis could be serving. And I thought, it's always been sort of like a little dream of mine to have a Kiwanis Club in downtown Las Vegas.
And it makes perfect sense because obviously downtown, for those who don't know, obviously was the original part of what put Las Vegas on the map, but it's also very business centric and there's a lot of needs down there. So it kind of serves two purposes.
Absolutely. And there are also 3 key clubs in the area that are being served by other Kiwanis clubs. And this whole area of Las Vegas has more key clubbers in it than 3 and 4 districts of key club in any other part of the world. There are over 3,300 key clubbers in high schools.
Wow.
That's huge.
That's a lot of chillins, I'll tell you that
That's a
much.
lot of high schoolers.
That's right, exactly.
And they need the support of Kiwanis adults.
Sure.
And I'm going to give a shout out right now to Hannah Santee. She's probably in a classroom right now teaching, but she manages all 3,300. And she had a conference out here. Was it last month?
It was October, end of October.
End of October. There were over 1,200 high school students in one place on a Saturday doing leadership training. How often have your kids who've been sitting playing video games go, hey, Mom, I want to go to a leadership training class voluntarily?
Exactly.
They clamor for it.
Shout out to the Kiwanis Club of Los Gatos as they reshared our feed to their members there. So I want to shout them out and say thank you as well. All right. So you've identified the area. What goes into, once you've identified the area, what goes into the steps of saying, okay, downtown Las Vegas, I know what goes into it. What are the requirements, though, for a club to get started? Let's share that.
Okay, so there is a lot of prep work involved. We're sort of on a shortened time frame. We rushed it a little bit. We started talking in December, maybe first, second week in December, to kick it off in January. Normally, you give about 2 months. But I sort of know the area. I'm learning more every day. You want to know what businesses there are, what the different needs are as far as community service projects or community needs. You want to know what schools are in the area, what nonprofits are down there. And it's just every day I find out more and more about downtown, little hidden gems that I didn't know about before, just by going out and talking to people and walking the neighborhood and calling them and asking them about their nonprofit or their school or their business.
And we rushed it because Kiwanis International gave us a gift. And, I'm the one that says, if you're going to give me a present, I'm taking it. And that present was that they're assuring a team of folks to come out with us and help go interview. There are people right now that are making phone calls to local areas to set up appointments, because we want to make sure that you know what you're getting into before you actually join a club.
That's a great way to say it. What you're getting into, ladies and gentlemen.
And so, because as volunteers, I'm a volunteer.
Right.
And even though I'm governor, I volunteer, and for every club, I do service every month. And so next week, starting on Monday, we'll actually be going out to people's businesses. They'll come to meet with us and really talk about what this is about. And,
like an informational meeting.
Absolutely. So that when we have an overall organizational meeting, everybody who shows up knows we're ready to start.
Right.
It's not about, we're going to plan for a year to do the first service project.
Right.
It is, Kiwanis is about doing.
Right.
Kiwanis is about making an impact right away. And Marissa has done a fabulous job of identifying some of the needs. We're going to meet with the mayor, and we're going to actually meet with a couple of city council members and trustees of the area to find out what their dream projects are, so that will help the club guide themselves to their first service.
Now, I want to challenge anybody that's in our area here in Las Vegas that's currently watching this. If you have even the slightest of curiosity of how you can help millions of children locally, around the world, well, we don't have millions of kids here, but around the world, whether we do here or whether whatever you do touches someone else, you know what? Get down to this meeting. And when is the meeting? Do you have the meeting scheduled?
Absolutely.
Where and when?
It's Thursday, January 19th, and we're starting off, it depends on the membership, but we're starting off at the Fremont Hotel and Casino Food Court.
Okay, at what time?
Nice casual, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
We're going to be there till 6:30.
Okay.
So it's just an opportunity to meet with some Kiwanis people, some new prospective members, and just find out more and try to establish the foundation of the club.
And if you can't meet on Thursday, that's not a problem. If you message us through the Kiwanis Connects, we can come to you or we can talk in chat, so that we want to make sure that we have enough people in this club that are really ready to go. And you're going to get support from our district, and you'll get support from the local clubs in the area to make sure that our kids get what they need. And Hannah Santee has messaged me. She's going to actually introduce you to some of our key clubbers that in the local area that have been looking for a Kiwanis club that doesn't have 6 or 7 key clubs. They're looking at you going, wow, we're so excited that you're going to be close to us. So join on in.
Now, if you do know other people that might be interested, or someone who has key club, or how about this one? If you're a former Circle K member and have moved into Las Vegas, okay, go check it out. Share this feed with somebody else who might be interested, even in the slightest. Hey, if you're back east somewhere and you know people in Vegas that used to be Kiwanians or would be interested, you know what? Send them the feed. It doesn't matter where you're watching. Send the feed to somebody who you think is out here that should be involved. However, I do want to put one disclaimer out there, and something we talked about last week. People here, especially in Vegas, and I went through it so far in the 25 years that I'm here, people don't join Kiwanis for the right reasons. And by that, I mean this. People think it's a networking group first. It is not. This is not LaTip. This is not BNI. This is not your local networking business meeting that may meet at a restaurant. This is service and camaraderie and relationship building first. Then, as a residual effect of being part of that Kiwanis family with your members across the board, there's a very good chance that then the business side of it will come out of it just because you have made new friends, new relationships, and business will tend to happen. So please, if you are interested, I encourage you to do it for the right reasons. And that is giving back to your community in one way or another. Then the business stuff will follow. If you think you're going to join and you're going to build your business, I guarantee you within 30 days, you will be out of Kiwanis because you've done it for the wrong reason. I have to just say that.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no, that's part of our objects of Kiwanis. It is about fellowship, and it is about really working towards your community. Most of what we do is in the local community. About 95% of any fundraising that we do, any service projects, it's about the local kids, and it's about the local seniors. And in some of our clubs, it's actually about supporting our veterans through our Blue Star moms. Those are the kinds of things. It's like whatever your local community needs, that's what we're all about. And as Marissa shared, one of them is about the homeless issue that's here. There are not enough support systems for the homeless here in Las Vegas. And downtown Las Vegas, when I was driving around yesterday doing a tour, I just said, if there was a group that could do just a sock program, and a sock program is getting brand new socks out on a weekly basis to folks that are out there. Our homeless vets and women that are out there who have diabetes would not have the medical issues that they have that then clog up the emergency rooms in downtown Las Vegas. But that's something that Kiwanians just do. And so knowing that when you're volunteering with us, it's not a lifetime experience. It's not a full-time job. I volunteer probably 4 or 5 hours a week, and I'm doing it extreme. How many hours do you volunteer?
It's hard to quantify. I do.
I
I do cat rescue. I do cat rescue, and I'm feeding colonies on the other side of where I live. So every night I'm spending about maybe 2 to 3 hours doing cat care somewhere else in the city.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I want to also clarify for future Kiwanians that most clubs, or all clubs, get involved in a very diversified range of activities, right? Whether it's service projects, different stuff, fundraising, whatever. Members don't have to participate in every single thing a club does. Maybe you're not interested in, maybe you're not a cat lover, and I say this with all due respect. I'm allergic to cats, as is my wife. I may not do stuff with cats, but get me to a dog pound, I'm all over it.
Absolutely.
That's what fits my interest. So keep in mind, folks, that clubs do enough across the board of diversity and a wide range of variety of stuff that you can participate and get involved in, A, with what you're comfortable with, B, what your time allows. No one's asking you to do anything more than you can't do, both physically and time-wise, because there is only 24 hours in a day. No matter how much John tries to squeeze more hours in a day. That's my producer, by the way. Thank God. But that's the great thing about it. We're not required to do everything.
Absolutely.
Right?
We're not even required to go to meetings.
Correct.
Correct. And that's
But
one
it
of the
is nice
things
to show
that
up to
has changed in Kiwanis. we're recommending that most clubs meet twice a month. And the meetings are focused in on, are you learning more things about your community? Are you actually working on a project together? And so it's like a committee kind of meeting. Some of them do them virtually, and so they do it on Zoom for meetings, and then they get together to actually do the service. And so this club's actually going to figure out what they want to do, how they want to do it. And that's the beauty of joining a brand new club.
Right. And every club, though, Maritza, every club, though, sits down and decides what they want to do. There's no mandate from you as lieutenant governor or from Val. Yeah, there are general things, but specifically to accomplish them, it's up to every club.
Now, one of the goals, I guess, is for every member of every club to do 2 hours of service a month. Not a lot. 2 hours a month. Our Kiwanis members in the Vegas Valley, including Pahrump and Henderson, far exceed that.
Sure.
Far exceed that with the different stuff. But that's your choice. You can do 2 hours a month. You can do 10 hours a month.
At the minimum requirement, folks, let's put that in perspective. That's only 30 minutes a week. Okay? Think about that. We're supposed to exercise every day, 30 minutes a day. Kiwanis is only asking for 30 minutes a week of your time to get involved with something. Okay. I just want to remind everybody who may have just tuned in, first of all, where the hell have you been? We appreciate you finally showing up. No, I'm only kidding. Thank you for watching Kiwanis Connects. I have Governor Val sitting to my right and to her left, our current Lieutenant Governor for Southern Nevada. Of course, that is Miss Maritza Chevelle. We're talking about Kiwanis growth. We're talking about specifically here, the new Kiwanis Club that we're talking about. Okay, so I want to take it a step further in terms of getting this club off the ground for those who don't know. I remember when I was first of all, I've been a 2-time charter member of Kiwanis family. Once was the Kiwanis Club of the Lakes, which you mentioned earlier, and my Key Club back in 1985. I was a charter member of my Key Club back in 85, 86. So I'm a 2-time charter member of a Kiwanis family group. So I remember what the parameters were for Kiwanis back in the day, and that was 20 people to sign on and ready to go. How's that changed? What's the minimum amount of people to commit before a club is born officially?
I mean, it has changed. It's at 15 now, but we are not going to be opening this club at 15. We're looking for about 25.
Okay.
So that's my minimum as far as getting the club started and getting it up and running.
Great.
And I have no doubt we're gonna make that.
Okay.
A number of people have been looking at us on Facebook. So if you're out there and you still want to know a little bit more about this club, if you go to the downtown Las Vegas Kiwanis Club on Facebook, you'll see some more information about us. You'll actually see the location information. And what we're finding is that there's probably 40 or 50 people that have talked to us so far on Facebook.
Now, I would expect, since you said you're meeting with the mayor, somebody's going to be equipped with a membership form, are they not, to give to the mayor?
It is a shortish meeting. She's very busy, but in her city address last night, I wasn't able to attend. I was out doing other stuff. But they kicked off a new campaign called Down with Downtown, and to highlight all the opportunities that exist in the downtown area. It's grown a lot. The Arts District is been developing. If you've never been down the Arts District, it's just south of the downtown Fremont Street experience, but there's a lot of entrepreneurs, there's a lot of cute little shops, a lot of new restaurants, breweries, bars, culinary experiences. So it's really, there's been some new development coming into downtown Las Vegas. And so she was very supportive of highlighting, tourists come to Vegas and they think Vegas is the Strip.
Of course.
And I know that's well known and it's very iconic, but there's other parts of Las Vegas that are also doing really extremely well. And so I was sort of excited to hear her highlight downtown Las Vegas. And we're going to talk about that when we meet with her. I think it's on Wednesday.
Excellent. Well, you know what? Maybe if while you guys are with her, one of you get on your Facebook feed live, and it's just a production suggestion.
I love it.
Just have her do a 10-second, hey, this is Mayor Goodman, and we want you to check out the new downtown Kiwanis Club.
What a great idea.
See, that's why I get paid the small bucks. But anyway, shout out to Leanne up in Shasta Lake. Always want to give shout outs. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, and we will have applications. So if
and
you
a certain
see
show
these anywhere
studio
else,
owner might want to get one too.
I think so. Yes.
Not that I want to put John on the spot, but
Hi, John.
I can. But anyway, go ahead. So you have what is that you have there?
So this is our application. It's so simple. And basically, what we're looking for are people that are really ready and excited to serve in their community. And so we'll be walking around. And literally, it's a postcard and filling it out. And Kiwanis is one of those dues-based organizations. And people always say, why do you pay dues? Why do I have to pay to do good stuff? Well, it's really very simple. With us, one of the things that we have is that you're covered by insurance, so that if you're out there and you're working with kids, you always know something's going to happen. But with that insurance, it covers what you do. We're also a worldwide organization, so there are some educational pieces, there's some risk management pieces, there are conferences and conventions that are all covered in that fee, so that you know that it's consistent across the board. So what I do here in Las Vegas is at the same quality and the same level of education. And when I get my pen and my tchotchkes, that it's the same as somebody in New Jersey. It's the same as somebody in Nepal or the Philippines or California or Hawaii.
Maybe in a future show, I'll bring out my jackets from both Jersey and my time here, so people see the pins and the kind of fellowship and stuff. That really pin trading is really what it is. It's really a fun thing when you go to the conventions and conferences. Oh, you got a pin for your club. I mean, I did when I was lieutenant governor. Everybody has I think I have one pin left from my administration. It's on my jacket. It's the old slot machine. What else would you have in Vegas?
I'm even wearing I wear my team pin.
That's right.
And it's just like, and I'll tell you, if you don't have a pin to trade, for $5, you can have one. So,
and where can they get that pin?
To
make a donation.
Connects. Make a donation. Kiwanis Connects, and we'll get you a Val pin, or you can get one of those Andy pins that's on there with Kicks Initiative. We've got pins.
I've always tried this like the weatherman, and I keep messing it up. There you go, right there. That's right. It's always opposite what you see. That's the problem. I don't know my right from my left. And then is that one over me right there? Looks, I can do that
right
one
over
right
you.
there.
That's right over you.
There you go.
But our fees are different. If you're an alumni from Key Club, you're alumni from the CKI or Circle K, the dues is very different. For the first 2 years, if you haven't joined a Kiwanis club, we're only asking for you to pay $50 into this new club for the first 2 years. And that's what covers your Kiwanis magazine. It covers all of the tchotchkes that they're going to send to you and your insurance. As I said, I'm a big insurance, I'm a risk manager at heart. And so knowing that if you're working with adults with disabilities and one of those folks falls down and hurts themselves, that you can immediately call 911 and know that Kiwanis is going to take care of that. And it's not on their family.
Right.
And that, for me, that's a big deal. And there is not another organization that does youth protection guidelines and people at risk support the way Kiwanis does.
I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine who just jumped into the chat room, Mr. Patrick Frazee, who I know is listening because he's jumping hearts and thumb things in there. And a couple of his messages pop up there. He says, "Good morning and salute world-class Kiwanians." He salutes us. Thank you. Thank you for hosting this honorary show with Aaron and Val. But Patrick, you do a lot of work downtown. You are a grant writer as well. Patrick and I are talking about some projects. He's going to help me with Aaron Phillips. But Mr. Patrick, as someone who's involved in the community as you are, I want to actually invite you and challenge you to perhaps attend this meeting on the 19th, just so you get a better feel hands-on about what Kiwanis is all about, and maybe give it a little consideration for yourself about what you already do in our community to help others do it perhaps under the guise of Kiwanis. So check it out. I'm going to encourage you to go. I will say this, John, myself, you guys know this, Thursday nights I'm on the air with the show from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Thursdays. It would be a pretty quick dash to try to get down there at rush hour, however. But we will do our best, especially I want to get John down there for the 19th, because he did say last week, I believe on the air to you, Governor Val, that he will try to be there.
Absolutely.
Want to make sure he gets down there, right, John?
And that's why, John, I did it again. That's why, John, I brought your application so that we can get it all filled out. So in case you're late, we're good. and Patrick, if you can't make it on Thursday, we would love to come meet up with you for 10 or 15 minutes because that's how important it is. I come all the way from Monterey out here, and I'm spending the whole week to help Marissa and the team that's coming in from Indianapolis. We want to make sure that if you can't make it on Thursday, because that date probably is going to change later on when we're setting up our schedule, we want to make sure that you know what we're doing. We want to be there. And yeah, we're going to bring our applications. That's
Got
just
it.
a part of my gear.
I was going to say, you got to be forearmed is forewarned, or whatever that saying goes. I'm not even sure how that goes. Got it. You win, Aaron. You have my pledge for the 19th. There you go. There you go. All right, you got it. And also, I'm still waiting for confirmation on our meeting for next week. But anyway, I'm just kidding. I know you'll get it to me. Okay, so there you go. So Patrick joins. Remember where the invite came from.
I'm gonna put
It's on
Pat-
international television.
And so, Patrick, you're going to be officially sponsored by Aaron. So I'm going to have him fill out his part today.
Ooh.
And so
Now,
I'm so excited.
You did mention membership, and I don't recall this, so I'm asking this for clarification. As new members, as charter members for a new club, is there different dues for charter members than when members come on later on? I don't recall if there was or was not.
We're charging $150,
Okay.
which is basically 12 and change per month. So
Mhm.
basically, you're not doing a fast food drive-through one
Right.
day a month,
Okay.
and that's going for your dues.
Okay.
And that's going to leave some in the treasury for the new club. So
Right.
we're going to start off
Okay.
with the treasury.
And now, when you go, most Kiwanis clubs are breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or some combination thereof. The only real out-of-pocket that you're required is your dues.
Mhm.
If you want to go to a meeting that happens to meet around a meal, you don't have to eat and spend money. I mean, you can
Correct.
spend $1 and a cup of coffee if you want, but you don't have to take any other money out unless you choose to. That's where financially
Exactly.
it becomes a control that you have,
Mhm.
that you're not worried about, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't do that because I can't afford it. Membership once a year, that's all you're required to do. After that, any monetary output is your choice. If you own a business, guess what? Could it be a deduction for,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
By the way,
It's a
I'm not
business
an accountant,
expense.
so, I did not sleep at a Holiday Inn when I say this. However, if memory serves, these are donations both personally and business, right?
Absolutely. There are a number of our corporate members, they join as a business and they write it off as a business expense. But that's something that you talk to your tax advisor about and you go that route. And you did hear right. It's only $150 for the whole year. That's not a monthly expense. And where we're meeting, it doesn't cost us anything. So that's another magical piece to the puzzle.
I want to share something personal about chartering the Lakes Club. We were at 19 members. I needed my 20th. So I called my mom. And my mom came down. We chartered with 20. I still have the charter because what is the tradition with charters with charter members? Do you guys know? Remember? All charter members sign the back of the charter, right?
Yeah.
That's the last thing I had with my mom's signature before she passed away. And I still have that charter at home. So being a charter member for a lot of people can do a lot of great things. With that, I'm going to step aside for a break so I stop tearing up and can dry my eyes off camera. You are watching Kiwanis Connects, my goodness, with my dear friends, Governor Val and Marissa. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
International is a global community of clubs, members, and partners dedicated to improving the lives of children one community at a time. Today, we stand with more than 550,000 members, from K-Kids to Key Club to Kiwanis, for all ages in over 80 countries around the world. Each community has different needs, and Kiwanis empowers members to pursue creative ways to serve the needs of children, such as fighting hunger, improving literacy, and offering guidance. Kiwanis clubs host nearly 150,000 service projects each year. For more information, visit www.kiwanis.org.
Variety show. Hi there. Once again, the quick count gets it. No, actually, that's on me, not John. He was counting and I'm in the middle of the sentence. Anyway, welcome back. We're down to the last segment of Kiwanis Connects, and what a great show. Just sharing information about how folks can get involved across the board, because any division, any club, anywhere around the world still pretty much has to go through the same processes with which we're discussing here to get a club started. And as a lieutenant governor, let's face it, every governor's mission and hope is that every governor builds club or clubs and whatnot. So having new clubs in every division or district within Kiwanis is not a new thing, but you try to do it with integrity. And you try to build the club that's going to be a foundation. The Kiwanis Club of Las Vegas, which is still up and kicking, is it not? Is the oldest Kiwanis Club here in Las Vegas, right?
They're currently working. They do varsity quiz, which is like an academic competition among the high schools. They're very involved with that. They're at 4 or 5 different high schools every week doing that. And it airs on PBS, and I'm not sure when the finals are coming. I want to say February or March, but I don't have the exact date in front of me.
Now, you mentioned another club, which I kind of chuckled about. You said the Kiwanis Club of the Strip, and people think strip clubs and everything else. I believe isn't the proper name the Strip Club of Kiwanis, or because there's a proper way to say it, so people don't.
Kiwanis Club of Las Vegas Strip.
There you go. Because when you say Kiwanis, the Strip Club of Las Vegas, you know what everybody thinks about.
But you know, the first time I ever visited out here, I actually went to, I said, where's the Kiwanis Strip Club? And I looked that up, on the Thomas Guide, and I'm looking for the Kiwanis Strip Club. And people are looking at me like I've lost my mind. But they're one of the most fun clubs. Gosh. And even though they've been around almost, 75, 80 years?
I don't know.
I know minimally it's 50.
I think it's almost 75 years. And there's no 75-year member still left from the charter. But they are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. They continue to lead the band. Leanne says, can we get a copy of video during the break? Leanne, just clarify which video are you talking about? Are you talking about the commercial that ran about Kiwanis? Or are you talking about this show? Please clarify, and then we know what we can get for you as a tool. It is the history of, but it's the Kiwanis Club of the Strip or Strip Club of Kiwanis. That's the one that always gets people laughing because of how we all shorten names. We're the Kiwanis Club of the Lakes. We were simply called the Lakes Club. That was it. That's all. Everybody has a shortened version.
Well, you know what it is? The problem is we have a lot of clubs that have Las Vegas in their title.
Correct.
So rather than say the whole thing Las Vegas Strip or North Las Vegas, it's like North, it's Southwest, it's Strip.
Right. That's right. Leanne would like the copy. Kiwanis, you got that? Okay.
Send her email.
Gotcha. All right, Leanne, if you can, I will message you to get your email, and we will be happy to send you a copy of it. Thank you. If any other Kiwanis Club would like it, you can send your donation to just reach out to us, and we'll do what we can. And thank you for wanting that, because the verbiage actually comes off of KI's site. We put that together we actually read it last week, and then I'm proud to have put my voice to it. And John, with all the pictures you were kind enough to share, that's what we're looking at. Val shared all those pictures with us, and John did a yeoman's job of putting everything together. I have a 67-year member. Leanne does, up in her club, Lake Shasta. 67-year member of Kiwanis.
Wow.
Give us that person's name so we can give a shout out, please. Let us know who that is. We love that.
And send us her picture or his picture.
Yeah.
Because we'll put that in the next commercial. When we have our district convention on January 28th, we're actually going to be our mid-year convention. We're going to say thank you.
This is a convention. Wow.
The year's not over yet. We're going to be debuting that commercial and giving it out to all the attendees.
We are
coming to the Monterey area. Yeah.
And we're going to be, I know we're going to be showing it in the little seminar I'm doing at 10 a.m. with Anissa. We're going to talk about social media. And I know I'm going to show it there, but that's great. I didn't realize there were any copies to it. So you can send your royalty checks to Aaron Phillips for that. And the station. We'll give John a little bit since we did it here. But that's great. I didn't know that. That's really cool. But you know what? That brings me an idea with this particular person, because we should do weekly, if we get information like this, member spotlights.
Oh, I would love to.
Okay, so I just want to mention Howard Naylor.
Yes, Mr. Howard. God love him.
Las Vegas Club.
Yes.
And he's 92 years old.
Oh,
he's
God.
still doing
fabulous.
Service. He recently organized our competition with the Rotary. We had a
yes.
canned food drive, fundraising
That's
drive for
right.
Salvation Army in November. Unfortunately, this year we came in second, but only by like $300. We were real close.
It's okay.
So
Challenge for
he
next
is
year.
probably our longest serving member in Kiwanis in Las Vegas right now.
I'll even take it a step further. And I remember, may his wife, Joan, rest in peace, but together they used to show up everywhere. Howard and Joan, his wife. And I hadn't seen Howard in years until I saw him during your visit that we had late last year, that I was honored to host for you guys.
And Howard was one of the first people to actually welcome me to Las Vegas. And shared a lot of the history of the Las Vegas Kiwanis. So that would be that's our inaugural spotlight. Howard, we love you. We are so thankful for you. And every time I see you in pictures, I think you're actually in our commercial. Every time I see you in pictures, my heart just lights up. And I know that I'm going to be a lifetime Kiwanis, just like you when I grow up.
I want to jump the shark a little bit, and I'm sure if he were to see this, he would say absolutely not. But I think there should be a time that our division, at least, should come up with some sort of award that we honor somebody in Kiwanis annually with the Howard Naylor Award for something. I mean, for those years that he's been around a part of Kiwanis, I'm just putting that on the table, whether it's with your term or the next person, to honor a guy like Howard for all that he does and continues to do at his young age.
Now, he was also a lieutenant. We share
That's
something.
correct.
We
Yep.
share something, Howard and I, even though we've only known each other a few years. He was Lieutenant Governor Division 22, but Kelnikoff. So
Oh,
he was
there you
in
go.
Hawaii.
That's right.
So
That's
we've
right.
both been Lieutenant Governor of Division 22.
That's cool. That's very
great.
cool. Let's see. As a side note, let's see. I am totally impressed and enjoy your new station format and staging. Congratulations, Aaron and WWDBTV. Thank you, Patrick. Greatly appreciate that. And by the way, congrats on your new hosting gig on your show as well, which we'll talk about another time when you're on my show. Roy Ramsey, that's the man up there in Shasta Lake. So congratulations, Roy. Let's get a picture. If you can send in Roy, or better yet, post it on our Kiwanis Connects page for them. Put it out there, and we will be happy to do that. Big Kiwaniversary coming up next week for the 108th year of Kiwanis International itself.
Woohoo!
108 years.
Mhm.
And John is only a day older. But anyway, I digress. 2 days, sorry. I just got corrected. Thank you, Herman, for sharing that and reminding us of that, Patrick. You know I love you, brother. Okay, before we go any further, you know what time it is. It is time to figure out just where Governor Val's going to be going in our segment called Governor Val's Travels. Where are we going?
Well,
Did I give you enough time today?
I get to actually stay in Las Vegas for a couple days.
Excellent.
I am so psyched. And so I have committed to hanging out next week. Right now, I am a part of a governor's tour. So all the North American Kiwanis governors have flown into Las Vegas, and we start our meetings tonight. But on Sunday, we transition to going all over downtown Las Vegas. And on Thursday night, after we open the club, because I'm doing Manifest Destiny, that we'll have 20 amazing people ready
Well, I
to
know
go.
two. You only have at least 18 more to go. John and
Woo!
Patrick.
So that
And maybe you.
I'm already a member of a club.
Yeah, but
you can still
You
be
can-
part of our 20.
you can be a charter member of our downtown club. You know you want it.
I only have 2 charters in my arsenal. I don't know if I can do a third, but we'll talk.
Hat trick. Absolute
hat
hat
trick.
trick.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
do it. I have 2 applications. Wait a
All right,
minute.
I'll tell you what.
Two.
I'll make a deal. If John and Patrick both do sign to become members, then yes, I will put on the hat trick.
Okay.
How's
All
that?
right. I love it.
Heard it here first.
I
My
heard
wife's
it here
going to kill me.
first.
Thank God she's in a car driving across country.
And so after we Manifest Destiny, open this club on Thursday night, I'm actually headed to Rancho Cucamonga to hang out with our Circle K because their winter board meetings are in Rancho starting this weekend. And then on Monday, the week thereafter, I will be traveling again on the road, and we're going to be starting a book distribution process with a really amazing First Nation in Michigan. And that's tying in our Kiwanis Literacy Foundation, starting a Kiwanis Literacy Club in that area in Upper Michigan, sponsored by our Southern California Literacy Club. And so we have kicked it off. And you know what? What's even more fun than all of that is we're getting ready for our mid-year north in Monterey. And I know Erin's going to be there.
I'll be there.
Marissa's going to be there. I've, of course, got to be there because I am so excited about our keynote speaker in the afternoon, Andre Lewis. Oh, my goodness. Every time I see him, I just want to hug this man. He has written 18 books. They're all kid books. He's a pilot, and so he could have actually been in Top Gun. He's that good looking, and I'm just giddy about it. So today's the last day you can actually register, and so go online, register.
To where? Where would they go online to get
And
it?
so go to the cnhkiwanis.org to register for the convention. The most expensive part of the process is your lunch, but you're going to want to be at that interclub luncheon. And if you can't make our mid-year north, put pencil in or pen in coming to Mid-Year South, which is March 18th. And we have a very amazing keynote, which is Jackie Joyner-Kersee. And for some of you, you know who she is. She is a past Olympiad, and she has written a children's book that's coming out at the beginning of March. And so everybody who attends that convention gets a copy of her book. And so I'm just so excited. It's like I'm on the road every weekend until July 18th.
So I just got an update. As I mentioned, my wife is traveling with my daughter cross country. They just stopped in Kingman, but more importantly, and you guys can see this, I can't really put it on camera, but Mega Millions in bucks is like $1 billion now, and it picks tonight. It's over. So my dad gave them a $20 bill to stop, and my wife is. So we now have our Mega Millions. So if you don't see me on the air next week, have a nice life, okay?
The thing about Arizona is you can remain anonymous if you win.
Well, that's good. I don't really
So
care. If I won $1 billion, the world can know who I am. I don't really
I
care.
have a Kiwanis.
I think.
I have a Kiwanis friend in Arizona, and whenever the Mega Millions gets high, I say, "Hey, Kathy, I need some Mega Millions tickets."
That's right. That's right. Shout out to Anissa, who is my pronouncing right? Anissa or Anissa?
Anissa.
Anissa. Okay. Well, see, East Coast. That's what we know. And okay. Anyway, she's in there. She and I are going to be doing a seminar at Midwinter North, right?
Absolutely.
Social media and stuff like that. So she and I will connect. So I am excited about it. Unfortunately, I will miss Jackie Joyner-Kersee personally, because for my wife and I just celebrated our 34th anniversary last week on the 8th, and we are celebrating by going on our first cruise ever, because it's spring break here in CCSD, and I don't dock back into LA until the 19th, so I don't miss it. So hopefully, you promised me maybe we can get Jackie Joyner-Kersee on one of these shows beforehand.
Yes.
And maybe you'll grab me a book that she'll sign.
Well,
to.
she's actually said that she would be on our show that Friday before.
The Friday before Mid-South?
Before, yes.
Oh,
But
but
I'll
you're
be on
gonna
a boat.
cruise.
You'll still be on a boat?
Yeah, I'm going to be on a boat. And I don't know what the Wi-Fi. I mean,
John, do you think you and I can do it? All right, John's
I'm going to be outside unplugging the studio if that happens. I know, but I don't know what the Wi-Fi is going to be on a boat.
It's really, really good. I hate to tell you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then if it works, I will video in for an hour, and my wife will just have to throw me overboard afterwards.
The mythology that my husband taught me when we were doing our cruise in Australia and New Zealand, he said, "Don't buy the Wi-Fi package. I've heard it's really spicy. Don't worry about it." And so I was up at 3:00 in the morning, 3 nights in a row, doing Wi-Fi, and I said we should have bought the package. And I still did everything that I needed to do.
Do hotspots work on boats too, or you still need a Wi-Fi connection?
You still need a Wi-Fi because when you're out in open water, there's no cell.
Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, real quickly, before I forget, we had John download something about a boost list. Is that something we want to talk about for a few seconds before we say goodbye, or tell me what you want to do with that?
Absolutely. We're going to talk about Boost more next week.
Okay. So do you want to save it for next week?
So I'm going to save it for next week, but I want to put that little hint out there that a Boost is just like opening a brand new club, but it's to help a current club grow their membership. And when you partner that up with 2 for 2 like Anna Wu does, you can only help but grow.
There you go. All right. So look forward to that next week. And I'm sure a lot of other stuff, I'm sure. If you want to see something in particular, as we mentioned, please just go right here onto the Kiwanis Connects Facebook page that you may already be watching. Just put your comments out there. You know what? Nominate a member of the week from your club so we can talk about that. We just invented a whole new segment out here. So we want to do that. We want to put you all in the spotlight as well, not just those of us sitting here behind the camera. It's what you make of Kiwanis that allows us to talk about. So believe it or not, looking at the magic clock on the wall, the quarter's about to run out of the slot machine here.
Oh, wow.
So what I always like to do, Lieutenant Governor, do you have any final words or thoughts to share with our viewers?
Not really. Just refer your friends. Anybody you know that works or lives in downtown Las Vegas, we'd love to see them.
And when is that again?
Thursday, January 19th from 5 to 6-ish.
6-ish.
6-ish. Depending on how saucy we get at the Fremont Food Court.
Okay.
Fremont Hotel and Casino Food Court.
Very good. Thank you for coming in as always. Great to see you. Madam Governor, final thoughts for the day.
Mahalo for being with us. I love this hour and seeing all the comments. And if you have a relative that you like, can you please refer them to
How about
our
if they have one
event?
that they don't like?
Yeah, we don't want those.
Okay.
Yeah. because we want to have fun, because that's what Kiwanis is all about. Fun. Kiwanis has added fun to my life. And for many people, they don't realize how old I am because Kiwanis keeps me young. Hanging out with high schoolers, hanging out with Key Clubbers that are amazing, and Circle K and K Kids. I'm almost 60. Do I look it?
Mm-mm.
I don't.
I
And that's
wouldn't dare
because I
answer
joined
otherwise.
Kiwanis. And, well, you're a good guy. So look forward to seeing you
Yes.
guys next week.
For all you Key Clubbers and former Key Clubbers out there that are watching this, I'm going to give you one challenge before I officially say goodbye. Right now, I want you to stand up, get your chair out of the way, and I want you to answer one question. Hey, Key Club, how do you feel? See, I can answer that, but I'm not at home watching this. So in your living room, answer that question. For those who don't know what that means, you'll have to join to find out. As always, I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember, please be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. Just a quick reminder, tomorrow, Thoughts Count Anywhere, 9 to 11 a.m. right here on Worldwide Digital Broadcasting, and 12 o'clock p.m., high noon Pacific time. I will be joined by Kyle Martin. He does great Piano Man, Billy Joel music, Elton John stuff. He has a residency here, as well as the great
saw that
mystic
show.
Mona. She'll be in studio reading your cards, giving you information that you may want to know. As always, thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, WWDBTV, for being our new home, John. God bless you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next time right here on Kiwanis Connects. Thank you, everybody.